Ahora nos movemos a Canadá, a un país también que es muy popular para nosotros los latinos porque siempre nos han recibido con los brazos abiertos y vamos a hablar sobre la Universidad de Manitoba, Manitoba University, a través de International College of Manitoba. Tengo el gusto de presentarles a Jenny Danino, quien nos acompaña en su sábado. Hello, Jenny, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thanks for having me. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Thank you very much to be with us. Welcome.
There we go. Everybody can see that?
Yes, perfect.
Excellent. Well, thanks for having me today. I'm excited to be able to bring some information about my school, International College of Manitoba, so ICM, which is connected, of course, to the University of Manitoba. And so I'm happy to explain a little bit about what we do and the connection we have to the university, where we are. And of course, I'm happy to answer questions that may come up about our programs or when to begin or anything like that. So to start, we like to kind of introduce you to where we are. Not everyone knows where ICM or the University of Manitoba is. And we are in beautiful Winnipeg, Manitoba. We're right in the center of Canada. You can see here, we are right in the middle of North America, actually, and the center of Canada, Canada being a very big country, of course, we're in the middle. You can see that we're kind of halfway between Vancouver and Montreal. In Canada, so Canada being very big, we're about 2 hours from Toronto, about 2-3 hours from Vancouver by flight. Takes lots of hours to drive, just to give you an idea of where we're at. The middle of Canada, of course, is a very beautiful, lovely place to be. This is where we have a lot of our farming that happens here in the middle. It is a really lovely blue open sky area. The weather is really quite amazing here in this area of Canada as well. Winnipeg is one of the biggest cities in Canada. We are the 6th biggest city in Canada by population. We're close to 1 million people now. So we are smaller than Toronto and Vancouver, and it's a good thing. We offer a lot of opportunities, but at a lower cost, in fact, because it's a lot less expensive to live in a city that is still big, offers lots of different opportunities, but isn't quite as big and expensive as places like Toronto and Vancouver, for example. Winnipeg is also known to be a very unique opportunity in various different ways. We are one of the greatest cities, according to Time Magazine, one of the world's 100 greatest cities to live in. We are a top 10 student destination for North America as well. And of course, that cost competitiveness comes into play a lot here when you're looking for university and you're looking for opportunities for work and perhaps to stay and immigrate into Canada. Manitoba is going to be one of the most cost affordable options for you. It does not cost very much to live here in this city, in this province, and therefore your dollar goes a lot further towards your education, towards your living, and your fun too. We do have fun. It's a place of opportunity, but it's also a place to really explore Canada. Here we also have a lot of great opportunities for students to work, of course, in different industries that the university is connected to. The largest aerospace center in Western Canada is right here in Winnipeg. So students who are interested in things like aerospace engineering, they have a great connection to large companies that are right within the city that they will be able to do a co-op with, for example, while they are studying, they can work and get credit for that work as well as paid work while they are studying within the university towards aerospace engineering. We also have a huge tech hub. Lots of different companies have decided to make Winnipeg their home base, including Amazon, Ubisoft. Lots of different companies have chosen Winnipeg because the talent is here, so they say. So the people, the students who are going through different university programs are finding that staying within this city is a really good advantage to working in the industry that they would like to work in. As I mentioned, we are also a great spot for all things fun as well. We do have very distinct weather. We've got all of the seasons. We have, nice cold, snowy winters, which we're heading into soon. Right now, it's a beautiful fall day here, full of orange and red, and it's lovely. And we are excited to be outside in that. We have beautiful spring that turns into a very hot summer. So the temperature is very extreme here in a good way. We celebrate each of these seasons in different ways. We have festivals that run in the summer as well as in the winter. We embrace cold. We go out and we have fun. It's something to get excited about, very different from what you might be used to. And it's a real experience, a very big adventure to come and stay in Canada. The University of Manitoba. So located in Winnipeg in the south part of the city, which means we are connected very easily by bus to everything that the city has to offer. Students can explore the city very easily from the campus. And so being on campus means that students who attend University of Manitoba are among students who are studying in some very prestigious different programs. We are Western Canada's oldest university. Our buildings are original Winnipeg buildings and new buildings as well. So campus has a great very different areas of architecture that are very beautiful. It's a really lovely big campus. We are the largest and only medical doctoral university in Western Canada, in Manitoba, which means that we do offer these programs for permanent residents and Canadian citizens. So unfortunately, university students who are international students are not able to take these programs until they do become a permanent resident, but it is possible if you are willing to put in the time. We do have over 100 accredited internationally recognized programs, which means that your university degree will be useful worldwide, wherever you decide to settle or live in the future. You will be able to use that degree for further study or for the career that you're hoping to work in. University of Manitoba is also among a special collection of universities called the U15. We are a member of what in Canada is similar to an Ivy League group. So the U15 members, such as these universities here, this is a collection of universities that do have a lot of funding from government to help with research. So these are really a research-heavy university group, which is really essential to making sure that students have access to all the best research equipment, laboratories, and of course, working within those fields. We want the best professors and instructors to also want to study and work and do research here at our university. So being one of the U15 means that we are among those who get a lot of that research agenda. And so it attracts a lot of those really excellent people within their field that students who study with us get to learn and study with. The university, of course, is a really excellent place for students to do their research, to be studying any subject that they really are interested in. It's a wide variety of subjects, but there's also a lot of different ways for students to get involved on campus. The universities are really a great place to launch that global career, we like to say. There's over 350 activities on campus to help you develop both personally and academically. Many faculties have co-op programs, again, where you can learn to work while you learn, get credit, and get paid for that work. And of course, when you graduate the University of Manitoba, there's a lot of opportunities to stay, to work and stay and immigrate to Manitoba. We do encourage students to take a look at that long-term path as well. All right, so the University of Manitoba is the ultimate goal, of course, and to start that journey, what we have is our college of the International College of Manitoba. So how do we connect? The ICM program is a transition year program. So it is the first year of university at the University of Manitoba through our college. It's designed specifically for international students. And how it works is students will start after they have graduated grade 12. Traditionally, we do have two paths. However, most students will start when they have finished their final year of high school. So final year being grade 12 for some countries it's grade 11. But if it's grade 12, it's your final year, then you would be applying into what we call UTT Stage 2, so University Transfer Program Stage 2. This is a graphic here to show you that means you are going into an equivalent of first-year university. So that's one of 4 years you spend towards working on your 4-year degree. So year 1, instead of being done at the university in their classes, you'd actually take classes with ICM. So some of the advantages, of course, would be that students are going to be in an international only, so international students only group, which is a nice way to start. It's a softer transition from high school, from home. University is very different from high school, and Canada is a very different environment from what you may be used to. And so this is a program designed to help make sure that students are successful. So it is the same as a first year, but a little bit different, and I'll explain why. We offer students a few different unique opportunities. We do have, again, it's only international students, which means that you and all of the peers in your class, you have a few things in common. For one, you have come from a different country to start your education in university here in Canada. You, almost everybody will have their, English is a second, third, or fourth language. The instructors know that. They are definitely aware that this is a group that may need extra supports in that first year to ensure success. And so we do have a smaller setting for students. The classes are only about 30 or 40 students, which a first year class at university could be like 100 or 200 students. So it's a bit of a smaller environment so that it's easier to make friends, to get to know your instructor a bit better. They get to know you, and I'm there to help you out. We do have an extended instruction time as well to ensure students are able to understand everything going on in class and that they know that they have help when they need it. We have a lot of different workshops we put on. We have a student success team, advisors that are available for students to go through academic advising, program planning, but also mental health check-in, making sure students are healthy and happy in all the ways they should be while they're studying. We also have a lot of different opportunities for students to enjoy leadership, student leadership opportunities. You can join different volunteer groups. They could be for social events. They could be for marketing with my team. They could be for peer advising as well. If you are a student who's in their second term and you are doing very well academically, you may be invited to work with other students so that they can be coached by you could be a tutor in a way and help your fellow students to academically succeed. ICM students, because we are on campus at the University of Manitoba, just in slightly different classrooms for smaller classrooms for students, but still on campus, students get to use all of the different campus resources. So you have access to the International Center, to all of the gyms that we have. So any fitness center, rock climbing wall, swimming pool, all the restaurants on campus. You can live on campus as well in residence and use any of the different opportunities there. You have access to career counseling, the health clinic, personal counseling, any computer lab, library, everything that students at the University of Manitoba can use, you can use as well. So once you've gone through your ICM program, there are many different programs that you can choose from through ICM that are a pathway or a transition right into these programs at the University of Manitoba. So we specialize in helping students to begin their journey academically for their 4-year degree. Again, it's going to be that first year, and we work on, in particular, areas of agriculture and food science, arts, business, engineering, environment, earth and resources, recreation management, and community development, as well as sciences. So you can see there's a big list here. Of course, this is not a full list of everything the university offers. This is an example. There are many, many more program opportunities for students. And so this is just an example, but I encourage you to take a look online to see what the programs all are. In particular for engineering, we do work with, again, different companies in Winnipeg. And so we are able to offer programs in engineering for biosystems, civil engineering, mechanical, computer, electrical, aerospace, option within mechanical as well. So more particularly about engineering, It is a really excellent program within the university itself. Engineering, of course, engineers are in high demand. So over 95% of engineering graduates do have a job upon graduation. It is a very high in demand program. It's also a very demanding program. It is a very competitive entry program. So students do need to have specific courses from high school. I'll go over that as well. And students will have to follow a very strict guideline of courses within engineering. The process to getting into ICM engineering is competitive entry, but it's also competitive entry to go from ICM into the University of Manitoba. So only the top students are selected, the top GPA students, students with the highest grade point average, will be accepted into engineering every year. And there is only one intake for engineering at the University of Manitoba each year, and the deadlines are in March for September intake only. It is competitive entry. It's a program we definitely encourage students who are interested to meet with an advisor as soon as they have been accepted to ICM, so that the advisor can help them to plan out everything they're going to need to do for their coursework and to check in to make sure that everything is going well. Of course, once you are part of the faculty, there's a ton of different student groups, international competitions, co-op opportunities, and more that you can look forward to exploring once you're part of this group. Okay, so in order to apply, essentially students will need to have, again, graduated from high school. So students who have completed their high school. For engineering in particular here, you can see that we do require students have specific courses. So students will need to have math, chemistry, and physics. The average of which for their graduation average needs to be at least 75%. Of course, the higher the better. No score of your grades under 70%. So this is the requirement to apply to ICM engineering. If you don't quite meet this requirement, you may be offered ICM's science program with the opportunity to take some of these courses again to achieve a higher grade, and or to take a chemistry class, for example, for the first time if you don't have that from high school. And then it's possible that you can apply to transfer into engineering for your second term with ICM. So it's not impossible to go from sciences to engineering if you do not meet with these requirements right away. But if you do not complete these requirements, you will not be able to apply to engineering at the University of Manitoba until you've completed the exact list of requirements, which is, again, something that an advisor will go over with you as you start to progress through ICM. Tuition. So what's the cost to come to ICM? So for our, again, it's UTP stage 2 for our engineering students looking to apply when they've graduated high school. It is 3 terms, and by 3 terms, what we mean is one full calendar and academic year. So students can begin in January, May, or September. Our recommendation is that students interested in engineering begin in September. That way they will have had enough time to accumulate the number of credits, the courses that they need in order to be qualified to apply to engineering before the deadline. So it's ideal to start in September. It's not impossible to start another term, but it does take some extra planning to start in other terms. So for 3 terms, that would be, again, any term is available to begin, and they are full year terms. So you are 3 terms over the full year. It's about 20,000 Canadian dollars for that full program. The deposit that we require upon application would be $6,000 to start in order to release the letter of acceptance, which students will need to apply for their visa. After this, you will need to pay an additional $6,000 to meet with the full tuition deposit of $12,000 Canadian, and this will open up registration for you in order to pick and choose classes that you want to take for your term. We would estimate that if students are looking to live on campus, that in sort of 3 or 4 different opportunities, if you would like to live in residence, the cost for residence for a year plus the meal plan that's included as well would be around $13,000 to $15,000 Canadian for the year. So more or less, you're looking at $32,000 to $34,000 for tuition, fees, living costs, meals, total. So if that number looks good to you, it's because it's a good price. Again, studying and living in Manitoba, the cost is lower. So you are getting a very high level education. The quality is extremely high, but the cost is lower. And this is a very attractive thing to coming to Manitoba, is that you are going to spend less, but you're not sacrificing anything. The quality of education is very, very high. So a couple of last things just to go over. There is, if you're interested in hearing from students, you can listen to me, of course. I'm happy to help and I'm happy to offer information. But if you really want to hear what students think about their time at ICM and their experiences and what they do and what's Winnipeg really like, and how's winter and what do I bring, our students are really happy to talk about their experiences. You can go online to our website anytime and take a look in the far bottom corner for a kind of a chat now option with our students. You can meet them and speak with them about their experience. They're happy to help. Otherwise, of course, you can always connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, through our website, through our friends at EduLinks, of course. We'll be happy to help connect you to our programs and information. And I'm always happy to help as well to answer any other questions. That's kind of our more formal part there. But yeah, I assume that maybe there are some questions that I can help to answer.
And I think Manitoba University has three qualities, very important. The first one is the ranking. This is one of the best universities in Canada. The second, for everybody, the prices and cost of living. That is cheaper than other places like Vancouver or Toronto, on other places in the United States or United Kingdom. And the third one is the opportunity for working. Winnipeg is a city who has a lot of potential about this kind of jobs. So I think it's a good way to find a best place to live and to study. And Canada, of course, is an amazing country. I have some questions for you here. So if you could please share us more about scholarships or opportunities to get a scholarship, maybe not the first year, but the second year.
Sure. So for scholarships, we are able to offer a few scholarships for ICM students. For students who are planning to come, for example, for fall, September 2023, if you apply for admission and you apply for a scholarship before December 11 of this year, you could be applying for a $2,000 scholarship, which would come into your first year with us, but it would be in your second term. The real scholarships are for when you enter the University of Manitoba, of course. So in your second year, there are hundreds of scholarships to apply for. They can be merit-based. They can be, of course, academic-based, where the higher your grades, the more scholarship money that you could look for. It could also be things that you were involved in outside of academics. And so students who are involved in their community, so community of ICM, there are opportunities to apply for scholarships. We are happy to award money to students who were very active in student leadership. They participated a lot in different activities, people who really made a difference in their community. There's also different private scholarships from companies that may be more related to the work that students are looking to do. And so taking a look through the University of Manitoba scholarship page on the website is probably the best way to get excited and find out more about what kind of money is out there for scholarships and bursaries. I will say that often, unfortunately, many scholarships are waiting for students to apply and no one applies for them, and then the money just sits there. So I recommend all students take a look through all the scholarship opportunities that you can find and apply to everything that relates to you, anything and everything that you can, because you never know. $500 here, $1,000 there, it all adds up and helps.
Of course, more opportunities, all is an honor to take the decision. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jenny. We need to move forward to United States, but it's a pleasure to have you here. And of course, I'm going to invite you for others presentation and seminars, because we are very happy to have with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you.